Welcome back, everybody. Collector Showcase, week 15, maybe week 16, 17. We lose track, but it's a long-running season. We're almost at the quarterfinals. We got a great episode set up for you today. Two big boys in the community. We got JP Text, Yoelis Henry from the IG Collectors community. We're going to bring them out. Join us. Cast your vote, enjoy the show, participate. Should be a lot of fun. Let's bring them out. Mr. JP Text, Mr. Henry.
What's happening, Dom?
Welcome, everybody. Welcome. It's been a minute. Welcome back. I hope you guys feel refreshed. Back from vacay. Henry, Jay, you've been on hiatus, MIA, I don't know, FBI. Watch something.
It was a good summer.
That's what it's all about, right? That's what it's all about.
Well,
so
just got the kids back in school, so there's some sense of normalcy returning. So that's good.
your kids start early. What part of the country?
We're right here in Dallas.
All right. Early.
Yeah. I'm a Cowboys fan, so I probably shouldn't have just said that. I'll probably lose half the votes I might get today. But yeah, we just traded for the 49ers fourth string quarterback.
Maybe Trey Lance will give Dak a little motivation, right? A little challenge.
Maybe.
You never know. Henry, off screen, you were telling us that you were on a very long vacation. Sounded fantastic. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Chat, welcome. Collector Showcase. This is where you get to vote, participate, see who advances on to the quarterfinals. We're going to kick this off with round one. Mr. JP Tex has the honors. What do you have?
Cool. Well, Dom, thank you. Henry, it's an honor. I hope we have fun today. I feel like I need to sort of maintain the momentum I had when, fortunately or with good luck, managed to take the first round against last year's champion, in which I'm still not sure I believe. And the advice I gave myself then was, in the immortal words of Apollo Creed and Rocky III, there is no tomorrow. So we're just going to show really big stuff right off the bat.
Let's
so
go.
Detective Comics 140. Oh, dear.
Yeah, oh, man. Let's go. Look at that.
So this is a 6.0. For those of you who don't know, this is the first appearance of the Riddler in story and also on the cover. And Dom, you got to just shut me down whenever you need. But what makes this cool, I was a collector as a kid and took a hiatus like a lot of folks and then got back into it 3-4 years ago. When I was a kid, I collected a lot of Bronze Age. A couple of years ago, got in the Silver Age. Really, in the last year, focused on Golden Age. And there's a cool con here locally, Collector Summit at Heritage. I went last November. It was awesome. There was a dealer there who had this raw, and I wasn't going to just pay for it. So I talked to him about making a trade. He was actually really cool, WW Comics. And I said, hey, man, can I run home and bring some books back for you to look at and trade? And he said, absolutely. So I ran home, ran back, dumped a bunch of books on the table. We worked out. It's, of all the trades I've ever done, it's hands down the most fair trade I've ever been a part of. He had it as a 5.0 raw. And it came back as 6.0 off-white pages. It's just got a little bit of grease pencil here in the middle, but it is it's just a beautiful copy.
Yellows pop on that book, man. That's a great book. Good for you. Great pickup. Yeah, that's awesome. I like the grease pen on the older books. It adds a little character to it, a little different flavor to it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I love date stamps. I love I love date stamps. I love grease pencil, anything that kind of, tells the story of it being on a newsstand. I love that. Yeah. I'm maybe not big on like a 9-year-old doing math on the cover, but I do agree with you, Dom.
That's great. Great start. Great kickoff. Tech 140 first appearance of Riddler. Henry, what's your counter for that
That's
one?
well, I do agree. I'm a big fan of date stamps, man. I think it just, like you said, it adds character to the book. So it doesn't bother me at all. In fact, I'm more likely to go for it. All right. I knew I bring some crazy Batman stuff, John. I just knew it. And it's tough to compete against that. But I'm a big, first appearance guy. I'm a Silver Age guy, primarily. So this one's a little bit controversial in terms of first appearances because, some people it isn't. I say it is. It's not the big cover in the run. It's not the big book in big, but to me, it is appearance. Wolverine 180. He's on the back cover. Clear. I mean, on the last page day. That is what I consider a first appearance all day, every day, and Hulk 180 first appearance of Wolverine.
I love it.
That's awesome.
So that may cost me some votes also for those one guys, but that's the truth.
Yeah, I think we're going to chat about that, and this book brings up some good conversation. Straw polls in the comments.
Yeah, and you can say it for a few books.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I mean, sorry, I'm just building. I mean, I'm not trying to sell my stuff I love Wolverine. Like that was Punisher and Wolverine. That was 1A and 1B for me, as well as Batman as a kid. And
same here.
I mean, when I was on with Patrick and Sunil months ago, I shared like that 180 and the 181. I couldn't get those as a kid. I couldn't get 129 as a kid. I couldn't even get ASM 135 as a kid. I still have my Hulk 182, which is, the third appearance. And I got it graded. It's a 7.0, but I still have that from my childhood. So I love those books. I love those covers. Those mean the world to me. That's an awesome book.
It's a big book. It's stepped up recently over the past couple of years, I think, with the conversation or the debate about whether that is a first appearance, a cameo, first full appearance of Wolverine. So those two books, 180, 181, I think you can go back and forth for hours, and there's really no winner after for the debate of what is considered first appearance. So I'm assuming, Henry, you're in the camp that is a first appearance of Wolverine, right?
From perspective, I mean, 181 it's not probably, it is my favorite model of all, right? It's just, I have it's incredible. It's my favorite cover, hands down.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about just simply the question of whether it's his first appearance, I mean, it's his first appearance. You see,
it's his first appearance.
It just doesn't get much clearer than that to me.
I love it.
I see. I need some help in the voting here. I'm celebrating 181 and 180 or 181 a little too. I did try to help you out, Dom, when I heard it was just the three of us. For what it's worth, there's only 182 blue on the census on this one, and in this grade, it's in the top 27%.
It's a big book, man.
Just as far as age goes, it's from 1948, and based on the way the vote looks like it's going right now, it looks like I might have pulled the wrong age.
Chat's finicky. The chat is finicky. It is one of those oddball. It's all about recognition, right? What do you see the most? What do you recognize? What do you know? And what do you kind of gravitate to? That's the show. That's the episode. That's the matchup. That's what happens here. It may not be the biggest book that wins all the time. We've seen that before, but that Tech 140 is a monster book. It's a big early grail for that run. It's got a big character in there. I like the Riddler. I think he's one of the top villains in that world. But I hate the 180 cover. I really do. I think it's one of the worst covers out there. I can't stand that cover. But it's a big book. It's a big book, and I think what makes 181 so popular is that cover is just such a badass cover, right?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I think if it had a better cover, or if he was on the, I'm stating the obvious, then there wouldn't be a debate. But I agree with you. The cover helps create the debate.
It does for the most part. All right, we're not going to agonize anymore. We're going to call round one. Henry with the win, taking it down with the Hulk 180.
Okay, I go next, right?
You do, sir.
All right. So I'm gonna go with a Star Wars book. It's not a comic, I guess you can say. It is the first appearance of these guys. It took me a while to find the 9.8. I've had lower grades, for a while, but the 9.8 always eluded me for whatever reason. That's me. It's obviously the first appearance of a bunch of different characters. It's 9.8 white pages, and it's the super special number 16. And I love this cover.
Book. That's a badass
The
book,
back
man.
one, the back one as well. And the job with these super specials, they always have like amazing art on the back as well. So I mean, this is another one with the at, but the book itself is awesome, and the 9.8 is much more.
Yeah, that's a hard book, honestly, to get. It's oversized. To get that in the 9.8 is that's an effort, man. That's great to have that book there with that grade.
You can't. It's a thicker book.
That's a tough book to get. Yeah.
If you, you guys probably know I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so that is an awesome book.
Yep.
And I'm being silly, but if you gave me 20 seconds to run upstairs, we could just have a tie this round. But I didn't bring it. It is upstairs.
I knew you had it, so I had to beat you to it.
Whenever I sent mine in, I think at the time there was only like 16 or 18 9.8s on the census. So I don't know how much that's changed since that was like 2 years ago. But right on, that is an awesome book. Super hard to get.
20s, I think, yeah.
Awesome.
So, Henry, is that the prequel to the movie? Did that come out before the movie?
Yeah, it came out a few months before the movie, and I forgot who was telling that, which I didn't know, like a bunch of shitstorm really, because it had a story in it before the movie came out.
It did. Yeah. If you open that up, people that read books, and you could look at the art, and inside the pages, it legit shows scenes from the movie, which is awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Jay, what's your counter for the special?
So I watched a lot of hockey growing up, so I know you don't want to go down 2-0. A 2-goal lead is kind of a problem. So, in the spirit of not going down 2-0, and since the chat seems to like at least the Hulk, maybe it was more about the Wolverine, but
Hey.
I showed in case somebody was really watching closely a couple months ago with Patrick, and you say, wait a minute, John, you showed a Hulk 1 3.0 white pages. So I just want to clarify, this is a different book. This is the first Hulk. It's a 2.0 white pages from 1962. And this is my hopeful answer to not going down 2-0.
So you got two of those?
I do.
You got.
I actually have 3, but
you got 3 of them.
Yeah.
Straw polls in the comments. Yeah, that's fantastic to have.
So it's I didn't think I wanted it until I saw it was white pages. I do like the stamps on the front as well. But yeah, for those of you, for those of you that are really into Silver Age Marvel, and there's some really big keys, first appearances This is by far and away the rarest of all of them. From the census standpoint, I mean, the Hulk was not nearly as popular as many of the other books like Fantastic Four, AF-15, Spider-Man, etc. There were only 6 issues before they brought them back later on, and so this is a tough one. But I'm happy to show it today.
Yeah, that's one of my all-time favorite books, man. I have it. You beat me on the list, but that's a great book.
So that one resonates with me. I lost out on a Raw in an auction, live auction one day, and this is probably a couple years back, 3 years back. And I was asking questions about the book, the condition, complete, resto, and somebody claimed it while I was asking questions. And I wasn't given the opportunity to claim it.
Did they claim price?
They claimed it for full price. I would have paid full price. It was only $500.
Okay.
It's $500.
Gotcha.
You know, but yeah, it's okay. That stings a little bit. So congratulations, John. I'm glad you have 3 of them. Good for you.
I'm honest to a fault, I guess. No, that was a lie.
That's great. That's awesome. All right. Let's see what we got here. Close. 5-4. I'm not bitter. No, Sunil. I'm not bitter. Nope. Not at all. Nope. I'm happy for people getting their big books. I appreciate that. So while the people are voting, let's talk about the market. How do you guys, what do you guys think about this market right now? You guys sell? You guys do some selling? You buy? What do you think?
The buyer's market. I mean,
buyer's market.
Market without, but it sucks obviously if you sell, if you're a full seller, but guys like me that I randomly do a live here and there, it's definitely a buyer's market for sure. So stock up is all I can say.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah. I mean, the other nice thing I've noticed, especially for me, because I've been trying to consolidate and move more into some Golden Age Batman books, and I've noticed a little bit more willingness to trade, not just with collectors, but also with dealers. I mean, I understand dealers need to win the trade, but it seems like that gap is narrowing a little bit. And, maybe the timing has been good for me in the sense that, I don't know that a lot of folks, it's like a trade in fantasy football, right? You don't want to trade your best player for 6 of mine. You always want the best player. And I've been trying to trade a handful of books for 1 book. And, I feel like the market has sort of played into that. The bigger books maybe are a little harder to move than they were. And maybe the dealers are more interested in some of the, small to medium books.
Yeah, I think, I would agree with the trading. Trading was hit or miss, right? Let's call it hit or miss, right?
And the category too, I think, plays a part. Like if you're looking into like stuff like pre-code and stuff where it's just that stuff doesn't really go a lot, right? Ever, because like I said, you're trying to chase a book, there's that 20 exist, right?
Right.
Some of the obviously modern Silver Age, they're a little bit easier to find.
Right. If you haven't voted, we're in round 2 right now. We've got Hulk 1 versus the Super Special Empire Strikes Back. Cast your vote. Straw poll is in the comments. Right now we have Henry up by a small margin over John. Round 2, who's going to take it?
This one's surprising myself.
Yeah, I'm super. Yeah, Again, yes, sir. This one is a shocker to me. But
I'm a bad salesman.
I don't think you got to sell that book right there, John. I really don't. That's that book speaks for
It's a
itself.
Hulk 1. Yeah.
It's a Hulk 1. It's a Hulk 1, man. That speaks for itself. Again, collectors will gravitate to what they know, what they enjoy, what they're familiar with. But
and so
all right,
it does play a role.
All right, we're going to call round 2 We're putting the books. Henry takes round 2 with the super special. Empire Strikes Back. Round 3. John, you kick us off with round 3. So in hockey, the worst lead in hockey is a 2-0 lead. So we've come back many a times from a 2-0 deficit and come back. So not the worst lead.
All right. Well, let's show something. Yeah. All right. Where did that book go? I know. Sorry about that. All right, let's go. This is what I was holding back for a possible game 7, but
Hey man, balls out. You know the saying on this show. You gotta go balls out. You gotta drop it quick, right out
it's getting
there.
dire.
Yo, there you go. Look at that. Let's go. Yep.
So this is a Batman 27. It combines a lot of things that I love. I love Batman. I love yellow covers. I'm a big fan of Santa Claus and the holidays, like a lot of folks. This is a 9.4 white pages Batman 27. It's a pedigree, San Francisco pedigree. When I saw this, I also had to have it because I lived in San Francisco for about 2 years. So it checked a lot of boxes. It's also white pages. It is highest in grade. There is not a Batman 27 higher than a 9.4. There's 4 others. I don't know if they're white pages or not, but I put a huge premium on white pages. There's a little more than 200 of these blue, and this one is one of 5 in a 9.4 white.
That's a monster. That's a monster book in that grade. Huge book right there.
Huge grade.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And you
What
said
year is that?
45.
1945. That's top of the census. You
Yep.
said? Yeah. Great book, man. Awesome.
I'm not trying to steal your thunder. I just knew if it was going to be the 3 of us, I thought I'd do a little
Yeah.
the legwork on the census stuff. That
I appreciate that. That's
it's
great. Thank you.
yeah. There's 5 and a 9.4. I really hope that tomorrow I don't look at the. I mean, I looked today. I hope tomorrow I don't look and there's a 9.6 or 9.8. But
That's tough, man.
you got to figure at this point there's
Yeah.
probably few and far between that are in this kind of condition. But yeah, this is one that, like I said, I love the yellow covers because of ASM 129 as a kid. And yeah, I had to have it. So this is my don't go down 3-0 lead.
John, when was the last time you got egged?
Egged? It's been
Egged.
a while.
Your house. When was the last time your house got egged? So someone might be coming by. Someone might be coming by and egging your house.
I mean, I would like to think not, but I'm just happy to be here.
This show does a lot, man. We create trends. People go now egging houses. Yeah.
Oh wait, are you serious? That really actually happened?
It's about to happen.
Oh,
It's about to happen.
all right. Sounds good.
Might happen.
All right. Well, this is actually a facsimile cover. I'm just lying, everybody. This was printed in 2022. Yeah. It's a modern book.
It's a modern book. Come on for
When
it.
I got it pressed, I must have had a spine tick or something. I was really mad it didn't come back at 9.8 white. So yeah, bummer. It says $3.99 up here in the corner right there. It says $3.99. Yeah. Facsimile cover. We're good.
Yeah, facsimile covers. Yeah, sure. Great book, man. Great book. Awesome. You don't see that. You don't see that every day. Good for you. All right, Henry, what's your counter on that one?
Tough one. Isn't Sunil in chat?
Yeah, Sunil's in chat. He's in Scotland.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Yeah.
Chat. What?
Hey, he's with family.
Yeah.
People
I
don't
didn't
like
know
to
this
say.
was that one.
Sometimes people don't like to say no, and so they,
Understood.
it's all good. It's
All right.
good.
So All right, so I just recently picked this one up. It's a low grade, but it's a cover, and picked it up was because the cover is just flawless, right? And if I didn't grade, you guess be above the grade just because of the cover. So it's just an iconic. It's, you know, and I mean, just look at that book. That book is just
Jesus.
absolutely beautiful.
Aye,
Going the wrong
aye.
way. But it's 5 because they have the a complete split.
Huh.
So yeah, and that's why they grade. But you know what? In the holder, it looks absolutely amazing. So yeah, white heat, face melting cover, black 50, and 1.5. That's my book for that counter.
That's an awesome book, man. That's a great
You know,
book.
I know some people feel very strongly about spine splits, detached covers, stuff like that. I mean, of course, we'd prefer for it to not be that. And I have some books here. Maybe I'll get to show, but in a lot of ways, I feel like you can have a 1.5 spine split or a 3.0 with a detached cover, and it might look like a 4.5. And I'd rather it, look better. So I mean, you kind of have to be thoughtful about, and you guys know that. But I mean, a 1.5 can look a lot different than another 1.5, and that one looks like a really nice one. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I mean, I have 3 books that don't. I mean, they don't anywhere close to this book. So that's why I didn't mind it whatsoever.
That's a big boy book right there. Black Hat going up against that Batman Santa Claus cover. Pedigree, by the way. Who takes round 3? Straw poll is in the comments. Cast your vote. It's going to be 3-0, or is John going to make his comeback with this 9-4 top of the census Batman Santa Claus cover?
27.
Or Batman 27, yeah. Or is it going to be the Black Hat for 3-0 lead from Henry in round 3? Who takes it? What do you say, chat?
I mean, now I got to sell it. How can you beat that, right?
Yeah, I mean, again, you throwing some heat out there, John. I mean, legit books, big boy books.
You got the cover. My daughter just told me for it.
Yeah. Hulk one, first Riddler, and now this iconic Batman 27 Santa Claus cover. Pedigree, top of the chain on the census.
That's a sick grade.
But Henry's throwing out classic EC. This book right here is gonna the story I believe matches the cover. Not a lot of the EC covers match the story. So then this is one of the more attractive or want to get books in the pre-code horror genre. Just classic.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been trying to do with pre-code. I mean, there's so much of it out there. Huge code, but there's just that are just undeniably recognizable, and those are kind of the ones I've been at least trying to. Some of them ridiculous, right? Trying to chase after a few of them.
That rabbit hole is big, man. It sucks you in. Once you get into it, the golden age, the pre-code, the pulps, it's hard to go back to or go to chasing modern books. There's no comparison to it, none whatsoever.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. Moderns.
I love my big moderns. I love my big modern books. I don't know about you guys, but I don't go to my LCS and get the new stuff off the rack. I don't really do that unless it's a bigger book, right? Something that has something to it that's going to have legs in the future. But I don't go out and go to the LCS and get the new Wednesday releases. So I go hunting. I go digging through the boxes, looking for the old stuff.
I do both. I mean, I enjoy my Wednesday trip. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I just enjoy it. It's just an experience. So
Yeah.
I've always
Oh,
done
yeah.
it, and I just kind of continue. But
Yeah.
pick up like a bunch of different books, but I do just like going to see what's out.
I'm kind of the same way. You know, about a year ago, I mean, I was trying to decide the Titan Comics here. I feel like I'm advertising. I'm not. Really nice guy, Jeremy runs it, and one of the things he said to me a couple of years ago, he was like, "You can't collect everything." He's like, "I see you kind of trying to fishtail all over the place, John. You're on a pull list for Star Wars. You're getting every single Star Wars in the variants, and then you're doing bronze and silver, and then you're getting into golden age." She's like, you can't do that. You have to start simplifying. So actually, I don't know if that's what he was hoping for. So I haven't been going there as much. And like I said, the fun for me is kind of using what I've collected to try to bundle things and help evolve the collection. And that's really been a lot of fun, working with folks who might want something that I have, and sort of, a lot of that trading stuff has really been fun over the last 6 to 12 months.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's a good storyline, like something that's Killing the Children, Ninja, Cowboy, Viking storyline, where it's limited, stuff like that, I'll go after because it'll be a good read. But that's kind of my style.
I see Sunil's comment. Yeah, I guess it was bad advice because the LCS probably got hurt in the end on that one. He's a thoughtful guy.
Yeah.
I trust me when I say I bought a lot of books from him, bronze, silver, etc. So it wasn't just pull list books.
I gotta say to Eric's question, I do like my Big Poppy because he can hit dingers, man. I love Big Poppy, but my Big Moderns are with me too, so they don't go anywhere. So it's 50-50.
Player, Big Pop Ramirez.
I love, and I mean, hey, Big Poppy was around Fenway. Big Poppy was
That's because
was the man.
Big personality.
He was great, dude.
He's a great player too.
He was great.
But I think Manny was a better player.
Two different, yeah. The DH and the left fielder, right? Manny was great. I love Manny. Manny was great, but personality-wise, I'll go drinking with Poppy any day of the week.
Sure, for sure.
Right?
Man, guy, man. I love that dude. That was my favorite player.
Good player. Can hit the shit out of the ball. Round 3, we're gonna call it. Henry with the black cat takes it 3-0 on the doorstep of another shutout. Dude, Johnny boy. Now this is where you got to get. This is where you got to get scared because a 3-0 lead in hockey is not very good. This is where you either got to pull the goalie.
I go first, right?
Or you got to start fighting. Henry kicks off round 4.
Oh, he does. My bad.
He does. Yes.
Eric, if someone eggs my house, I know it's you. By the way, I see that. And I know where you live.
He's gonna come. He's gonna videotape it for posterity.
Perfect.
Posterity.
All right,
shit.
So
And
when
we're
I say
kicking off, man, what do you got?
we were talking earlier, I mean, it's about it, right? I think even with that, I think this book is severely underrated, undervalued. It always has been. Favorite cover. It's recognized. It's a number 1, 1968. I mean, I love it. I don't get the whole thing why this book is, like if you look at a Submariner, especially an Iron Man 1, but even a Submariner 1, I mean, they're far expensive in this grade. It's an iconic cover. I absolutely love it. Like I said, it predates both books. Yeah, it's a 9.6 Iron Man Subby 1 in off-white to white pages.
That is the first time we've seen that book on the show.
Well, because if you show it in any lower than 9.6, I'm like it's a solid book.
Right.
Really only gets into the money until when you get to the 9.6, 9.8s, of course. I love it, man. It's one of my favorites of all time. And, yeah, in this grade especially.
That's a tough book. In that grade, especially.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great book right there. All right. All right, John. It's time. It's time. I know you're a gentleman. But it is time to slap your balls on the table, pull it out, and drop your load. Let's go. You're down 3-0. I know you showed some big books. You got to come out swinging right here. Let's go.
He showed a first Riddler.
I know he did.
That didn't work. I have other first appearances of Batman. I don't know if that's going to work or not. I'm kind of, all right. We're just going to stick with, like show what you love. And even though it hasn't been working, I'm going to ignore all that Silver Age Marvel sitting over there. This is part of my story. And as I've been trading and consolidating and really focusing on Batman and really focusing on white pages, I was able to trade for this. If this is the end, I'm going to be super proud to go down with a Batman 6.
Yo.
And an 8-0 white page.
He did it
and if
again.
this is it, I'm cool with that. I've done what I can today.
Come on.
That is 8-0 white pages. And I am positive this book has not been pressed. But I can't even imagine trying to take it out or trust someone to take it out. But that is beautiful, bright red. That is a Batman 6, beautiful cover.
Phew.
White pages. I believe I looked up the grader's notes. I think it was graded in 2004. Yeah. 1941, 8-0 white pages.
No way.
Let's do this.
That's crazy.
You got two wild books. You got a Batman number 6 on the screen, Iron Man Subby. This is the precursor to both Iron Man 1 and Submariner 1, right? I believe.
Yep. John, is that the earliest Batman that you have? You said it was number 6, you said?
Well, if you weren't wiping the floor with me,
okay, never mind.
I have some other ones.
You're holding out on those. Okay.
I won't I don't have a 1 or 2. We'll leave it at that. How does that?
Got it.
That's a lifetime goal here, but hey, I'll sell myself. I'll buy some votes. If people want to see an earlier than a Batman 6, vote for me, and I'll show it to you.
That's how you sell it, John. Let's
go.
Let's go. You've got some. You got a promoter asking you to send him that book, and he'll send it back to you. A 9-0 white pager. The magician is in the house. Major Key Comics. Steve, welcome. He's
I know. Yeah.
A book, and he'll give it back to you as 9-0.
Well, I didn't. So again, on this one, I had written it down. There's only 249 blue on this one. There are 20 higher in grade than an 8-0, shockingly. But yeah, again, I'm big on the white pages. It's just, to me, that just kind of speaks to the condition of the book inside and out, and it kind of combines the two. And so, there's no way to know of 250 blues how many are white pages, but I would assume it's probably it's somewhere between less than 10 or 20%. I would say even less than 10% are white pages. So pretty unique book. In a book from 1940. So
it looks good, man. 8-0 from the 40s, right? 8-0.
That's a crazy book.
Yeah, it's a big book. Crazy book. If you haven't voted, chat. The straw poll is in the comments. Cast your vote. Right now, it is 7-6. John, for the first time, has the lead.
Vote for me so we can show more books. It's fun. Let's show more books.
Yeah, okay. Here we go. All right. Great. Okay. Interesting. All right. We got, they all come out at night, I guess. Yeah.
I'm not reading the chat. Should I be worried about Eric?
Oh, look at this guy. Look who just popped in. Holy
There it is.
crap. Look at this guy.
Hey.
Nil, I
Wow.
needed you last time you were with me and you guided me through this. I'm not doing so well today.
No, that's why I jumped in. I'm in Scotland and I don't know how the Wi-Fi is here, so I thought I'd give it a go. It may not work for us, but I saw these two unbelievable books. And I thought, let me just jump in and say hello.
Hello.
Wild Books. Wild Books.
Hello.
This is not going as I expected. 7-all. Oof.
Yeah, it's interesting to say the least. So great for conversation.
I thought Henry's point was really valid, that Iron Man Submariner is so underrated, but isn't irrelevant until you get to 9.6, 9.8 territory. Like anything lower than that, and it would have got blown out of the water, but that's rare. 9.6, 9.8. That book got read to hell. Like everyone wanted to read that book at the time. And the Batman 6 8.0 white pager is so wild. Like so unbelievably wild. There's a few copies floating around at the moment that are unbelievably low grade, you know, holes in them, magazine cases, 8.0 white pages.
Itself is
Quite
in an 8.0.
quite the thing.
Two
You got
big
got a wonderful
grades.
view of my mother-in-law's kitchen.
That's all right. That's good. That's all right. It's fine.
Well, and the best part, Sunil, I know you've been watching, but you know, the fun, I mean, it's fun either way. I'm proud to hold this book, but it was also just kind of, it was a pleasure to sort of work something out with someone where we could work out a trade that hopefully both, I mean, I'm happy with it. I hope they are as well, but you know, trying to again,
Yeah, I had one
reimagine
question
the
for you.
collection.
Yeah, I had one question for you when you were talking about the white pages. Batman 1 and 2 missing from your collection. Are you holding out for white pages, or would you take light tan on a Batman 1?
I mean,
Ooh.
I got to be honest. I have never. I'm going to have to do a lot of work in my professional life, and also the Batman one is a goal. But I have not seen, of all the books I've seen go up in auction or any, but I have yet to see one in white pages. And maybe you all have. Like I said, if I don't go down here in a second, I'll show you some more Batmans in white pages. But you know, it started with wanting to collect all the Joker covers in the first 100 issues in white pages, and then it's just kind of evolved to really focusing on that, but also the first 20 issues in higher grade and in white pages is the goal. But no, to answer your question, I don't know. It's a tough one. I have a Batman 4. It's off white to white, but I have not seen a Batman 4 in white pages either.
Yeah.
So that brings up a good question. Same grade in a book that if you were looking to purchase it, right? Let's say it's a 9.6. Would you page quality warrant a premium? Would you guys pay up for white pages
Absolutely.
or off white pages in a graded, same grade, same book, no difference other than the page quality?
For me,
Personally,
I would.
If I can get a white
pay-
pages, I'd get it.
Oh.
But I don't. I mean, to me, you can't see the pages, right? So it's just a label.
Right.
For me, I would pay less for cream to off white to the point it might put me off buying it, and I would pay a premium for the white pages.
I would. I mean, yeah, I would, especially with the Golden Age books. I just think I agree, Henry. You know, I can't see the interior pages. It speaks to, I guess, the condition of the book from the cover to the back cover and what's inside. And then in addition, I know I can't quantify it because CGC doesn't, but it just makes it really rare, which is,
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
I'm willing to, you know, pay up for it. I mean,
Yeah.
It's
And
valid.
to your
All right.
point, JP Tex, that at some point CGC will, I think, will likely pull the trigger on upgrading the sensors to display that stuff. But because that information is on record, it's probably not easy to scrape it, but it is there. So I can quite see at some point in the future they find a way to quickly do it, and they do say, by the way, this is the only white pager. in an 8.0 that we're seeing on the screen now. And I do think at that point the market then goes, oh crap, that book now does
different
have a
story.
premium because it's a 1 of 1.
Different.
All right, we're about to call it. We're going to call round 4. Johnny JP Tex takes round 4. Kick us off into round 5, John. What do you got? 3-1. 3-1. We'll call it a comeback.
Well, I feel like promises have been made.
Don't stutter now. Don't do the 2-step now. Come on.
That face of concentration. Henry's
All right, you know what?
lying in wait.
Promises were made. All right, let's do it. Since I did say if you vote for me, you can keep me around, here is a Batman 3
Yo.
and a 3.0 in
Damn, boy.
white pages. And again, having mentioned this earlier, full disclosure, the cover's detached, but you guys know if a cover, sorry if this is glare, if a cover's detached, I mean, I've seen them get to like 4.0, but this is an awesome presentation of this cover for a black cover. I know it doesn't show it very well.
Beautiful.
You know, it is every bit of something more than a 3.0, you know, and yes, I know the label notes will say that the cover is detached. I know that hurts the grade, but oh, Eric has a white page Batman 1. Well, there you go.
It's white,
course
but
he
it's
does.
also purple. Let's
Hey.
all keep our hats on.
Hey,
So awesome black cover. Love it. Just, you know, the very iconic silhouettes, Batman and Robin coming right at you, and white pages 3.0. I'm a man of my word.
you are. And that's a fantastic book. Black cover. That's just great. Batman 3. You don't see that. I love the old Batman, the bat up top there. That's just awesome, right? The bat signal, right? That's fantastic. Don't knock the purple labels.
Oh,
Don't
No,
knock
no.
the purple labels.
Dom.
I'm a big.
Here,
I like
I'm
the
not.
purple label.
I'm with you. What I'm knocking here is the fact that Eric owns not only a Batman
Yeah.
1, a Superman 1, and I'm so insanely jealous.
Right?
That someday he's gonna wake up with me in his house just staring at them.
Hey man, but that's the beauty of the restored books and the conserved books, that you can get a big book in a pretty good grade for a quarter of what it would cost as a blue label. I don't know about you, but if I'm gonna display a book in a plastic hard shell, I want it to look as good as it can, right? You're not going to read the book. You're not going to crack it. It's there to show it off, right? So why not try to grab it and add it to your collection? The beauty of CBCS is they're restored, have a blue label, so it doesn't show off like the CGC purple does. So that's always nice.
If anyone can find me a purple Superman 1, 2.0, 1.8, I'll take it. I'm here.
Let's go.
I'm ready to go.
Let's go, right? Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, I agree with it.
Let's
You're
go.
talking about Batman 1,
Yeah.
Superman 1. Years.
I'll take it.
I'll take whatever I can get.
No, I hear you. I mean, and you know, again, I think, you know, just selling myself a little better, hopefully. This book is 83 years old.
Yeah.
So, you know, you think about what survives that long. You know what? If it's a purple label, it's an honor just to have that, no matter what. You know, I, you know, there aren't a lot of these out there. And like in this one, in this case, I looked it up. I mean, there's 197 universal blues. I didn't look at the, you know, the purple labels, but you know, there's 200 of these books graded by CGC that are blue labels.
There are 73 purples.
It's okay.
That's it.
All right.
73 purples, 0. Oh, no, that's wrong. 4 8.0 purples. 4. 1 9.4.
All right. That's a great great round 5 show off piece right there. Batman number 3 from JP Text. Henry, you're up. Round 5 count. What do you got?
This one's not 80 plus years old. It's old. And it's a character that I was 10 years old when Brigitte Nielsen played her on in the movies, and it's kind of stuff. So Conan the Barbarian 23. It is the first appearance of Red Sonja in a 9/8 off-white to white pages, and 93 first Red Sonja.
Very nice.
To the conversation we had earlier, right, with the 180 and the 181, like which is the first appearance. This is the first appearance.
There you go. So I gotta, speaking of the purple and the restored, there's one gentleman in the community on IG that I'm a big fan of, and all he does is post Big Grail's purple label. Like, he's got Detective Comics #1. He's been on the show. He got bounced early, but he's been picking up some big books in the restored genre, which is I'm a big fan of. Fantastic.
Andres, yeah. Andres.
Okay,
Crazy.
Andres. Yep, Things and Things. If you're not following that cat, you better follow that cat. He's got some heat.
Yeah.
Got some big books. Great guy. And he's not shy about the purples.
Yeah.
He also, for the record, has the best exit of anyone on
He
this
did.
show.
He
When
did.
he went out, and he was like, "Oh, I'm
All-time
going out.
classic.
I'm going out." Dom, you tell me about bigger fucking books.
That was great. That was great.
It's
Like,
so good.
fuck you. That was awesome. That was awesome. Yeah, how about this one? How about this one? How about this one?
Yeah, honestly.
Thank you.
How about this? How about
That one, huh?
Oh, shit.
Well,
That was awesome.
I don't think I won't do that. I won't, but maybe I'll, you know what? If you want to see more white page early Batman books, you got to vote for me. How about that?
That's it. That's right. That's it.
All right. Dom has put the straw poll in the comments. These books deserve your votes. Let's do some numbers whilst you're getting your votes in. We sort of hinted at it already. 197 blue label on the Batman. The 3.0. There's 20 copies in a 3.0. The highest anywhere is a 9.4 blue pager. Blue label. There's also there's 5 yellows, which blows my mind, and 73 purples, so 275 in total. It's a rare book. The detached cover on that has kept the grade low, but honestly, a black cover from the Golden Age that presents that well is wild. I think, Henry, we didn't dwell enough into the formative nature of watching Brigitte Nielsen for the first time, but maybe that's a different style show. Conan the Barbarian 23 from 1973. So although it's not 83 years old, the book has still got a healthy 50 years in it. 50 years old, that book. You got one of the 50 9.8s. Just 50 9.8 on that. There's one signature series 9.8. There are a total of 2,124. Shout out the one person who's got the 2.0 blue label. Big up yourself, because I don't know why you graded it. But that is one of 2,124. 2 incredibly stellar books. Get your votes in. Is this going to a 6th round?
I think it should, but
I
I just want to hang out more.
think it
Yeah,
should.
for real.
I mean, honestly.
What?
Yeah, so
Wait,
we've
I've just
seen
looked. I've just
big
looked.
books.
I actually thought the votes were going the other way. What's happening?
Yeah. Well, he didn't go down 4-0, and he's not gonna. So he's not
Eric's
gonna
put
get
the,
the house egged tonight.
Yeah, Eric's put the eggs back in the egg container on the side.
Yeah. Some great books, great episode, great matchup. You're off the hook, JP. You're off the hook, man.
So Neil, I don't think your arm is that strong based on where you said you're located. You're in the comic book and you can hit me from there.
Shit.
I can
That's
hit the
great.
wall from here.
It's fantastic. Chat, cast your vote. Straw polls in the comments. There's more of you in the chat than have casted the vote. Cast a vote. See who takes round 5 and advances into the quarterfinal. We're in the home stretch of the Collector Showcase Season 2. Getting down to it. Let's see who takes it home.
This one
Ubito.
is not a facsimile cover, just to clarify, since I said one of them was earlier. This one is actually
Is
not.
that legit? Is that legit?
That helps.
Yeah.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. I mean, Red Sonja is absolute fire, 1 of 50.
Hmm.
Batman 3?
Yeah. Yep. So is it because Batman and Superman are stale that the community doesn't appreciate what they are, or the books and the age, or I don't.
I think it's personally, I think it's a little bit of that, but I also think, at least for me, like it's to me just, and that's just me. Period. You know, like it's for no other reason than that. If it's a significant book, but Batman 3 is Batman freaking 3. I mean, I agree.
Yeah, it's an old ass book, man. That's a badass book. You don't see those very
I mean,
often.
I think the only thing I'll say, I've tried to do my best to watch these, and I know sometimes in the chat people, have strong opinions that like this shouldn't be beating this. I think the last thing we need to do is tell people what they like, right? So, people like what they like, and that's awesome. And if there's however many people voting and they like, they resonate more with Conan and Red Sonja. I love Conan as a kid. I mean, so yeah. I mean, I think the Golden Age stuff. I think it's a different thing, right? Where like you just don't see them that much, right? So it's hard to maybe have more people interested. I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's just a tough one to find.
And I think that's what Dom said earlier too. Like when you see a 181, it's not a rare book.
No.
When you see it,
it's
just different, right? What do you want?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
it's that
everything
cover.
you've
The
said,
Hulk, not the Batman.
Yeah.
everything you've said is fair and like completely resonates. That all makes total sense. But it's not the nature of the show. This show, I'm going to tell you here and straight, one of these books is better than the other.
Well, one of them is better than the other,
That's the point of the
Based
show.
on-
I think.
but not based on personal. It's not based on personal preference. It's based on, if I'm saying this correctly, it's based on rarity, scarcity, impact of the book, right?
Well, impact's a good question, right? Because we look at the impact of these two books. Is there an argument to say the Red Sonja has more impact?
Well, I mean, I don't think that's arguable. I mean, I'll speak for myself. I mean, I shared this in the first one with Patrick and Houston. I mean, for me, it was 1989 and my mom taking me to see the Michael Keaton, Tim Burton, Jack Nicholson, Kim Basinger Batman, and then me begging her to leave me there so I could see it a second time that same day, and she did. And so, I mean, I firmly believe that was really the first like commercial smash success that has led to so many more superhero movies. So to me,
I hear you on that, but my counter argument to you on that would be that's an argument for Detective 27 or Batman 1. It's not an argument for Batman 3.
oh, sure. Yeah.
Whereas Wireless Henry getting his first for Bridget Nielsen, that dates back to that Conan book. Like there's nothing else you can attribute it to apart from the first Red Sonja.
So I'm going to make an example. I'm going to try to make an example of what we're talking about. Right. Let me see if I can show this book. So you guys can see this book here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Speed Comics number 4. Speed Comics number 4. If this goes up in the show, yeah, it looks great. Cover's great, weird, right? Just fantastic looking book from that era. This loses all the time. This would lose every time. It would lose every time. Right?
I don't think I know what that book is.
Correct. 100%. Right. That's my point.
I hear you.
Right?
Dom, I know exactly what you're saying. I do know I played a Hulk one I wasn't planning on playing earlier, and I didn't matter either. So
I don't know what that book is, except to say, Dom, is that the original cover? Because the color, the yellow and the red on that.
This is a detached original cover. Speed Comics number 4. It's detached. I can pull the inside away from the cover. It's detached. It's the original cover though. I've had this since I was in my mid-20s. So yes. But this loses every time. This is a bomb of a book. Right? For that era of what this is. Right? This Buck Rogers or Flash Gordon, sorry. Flash Gordon. This is going to lose every time.
Nah, I'd vote for Flash.
Right?
But it depends what's on the screen.
This book right here. If you can't tell if you know who the artist is, you might go for this book. But if I don't tell you who the artist is, you're not going to vote for this book. This is Frazetta. Right? Frazetta cover. This book is 1965, but yeah, I mean, it would lose every time. Three ridiculous books that you are not going to find every day. You're not going to find them in the wild.
You just found 3 people that have never seen them before.
Right.
Yeah.
Would lose in this competition every time. Because this is the greatness, this is the best part of this show. John and Henry show off what they love. The chat gets to vote for what they love and they enjoy. So that's the beauty of this show, is that you're going to see something that you've never seen before. You're going to see something that you resonate with, that you gravitate to. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because everyone's getting a piece of what they love. Right?
Amen.
I guess.
Amen. We might have to see that straw poll. Oof.
That straw poll, I don't think has changed much. And yeah, we're going to call it round 5. Henry takes it down 4-1. John avoids the sweep, thankfully.
congrats.
So his house doesn't get egged, right?
Thanks,
But
John.
again-
Yeah, and to me, listen, to add to what you were saying, Dom, to me this is just fun. Like, you know, like I still gotta go take my kids to cheer
Yeah.
practice, and I still gotta go. You know, this is just fun. I love this. I enjoy this. So, yeah, thank you guys for doing this.
No,
This is,
Dom, we appreciate it. It was an honor to be invited. This is my, I guess, losing speech. It was an honor to be invited. It's fun to get to hang out and get to know you guys better and put some faces, with names and get to know y'all better. I hope maybe I get to meet some of you guys in person. I know I'll be at the Collector Summit here in Dallas in November because it's really easy for me to get to. But
Sure.
but yeah, just quickly, I'm not angry, and I'm not
Flex, go ahead, flex.
No. It's just fun because I wanted to show this stuff just because this is kind of where my head's been lately.
Come on, John. Do it, John. Do it.
This is a Batman 5. I love this cover.
Yeah.
Kind of unique because if you look really closely, he's missing something on his chest. If you guys are familiar with that.
I think that's the worst cover of the top 10.
You don't like it? Oh, that's awesome. I like this cover. So this is
Only one I
okay.
don't like. I love
right.
the others.
I want to keep Sunil on my good side. Do you like this one, the spotlight cover?
That is insane. I love that.
So that's a 7-0 white pages.
Great cover.
And this
great
one,
grade.
this one is. I mean, I know for a fact because I managed to find the guy on IG. Just pure happenstance. This was his book, and it was graded almost 20 years ago. He assures me it was not pressed, and it's clearly not been pressed. This is a 14.70 white pages. And I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not an expert, but it could be I mean, just a cleaning would change this book. So yeah, this is kind of what I'm into now.
Ali.
Poor guy, dude, showed 200K worth of books. He got beat up.
No, it's fun, man. No, it's all good.
Ah, shit. That's awesome. That's fantastic. That's the best part of it. I mean, that stuff like that is great, right? I mean, it's great.
Let's be clear. Your collection is incredible, but you became more of a legend after losing than you would have done if you'd won.
Correct. 100%. I agree with that.
No, and that's why, kind of going into it, I just wanted to show what I love and kind of show how I've been sort of evolving my collection. And if that meant I won, great. And if it meant I didn't win, that's also just great. Like I said, just to share these cool books. Eric, I have cameras and stuff, so I'll know it's you. By the way, if you're still in this chat, if you come to egg my house tonight,
you bypassed the egging. It was a 4-0 defeat, which would have triggered the egging. So I think I think you're safe.
Thank you for clarifying. I got it.
You saved yourself, but also you don't need cameras. If your house has never been egged and it gets egged tonight, it's Eric.
Right. I think that's a Northeast thing, the egging. That's what we do up here during.
It doesn't happen here, that's for sure.
During Halloween, it's a Halloween thing up here in the Northeast.
Halloween thing, yeah.
Go around egging people's houses. If you really want to get.
I live in Texas. I don't know. I wouldn't advise it. It's
so. We used to, as kids, we would get diabolical around Halloween, and we would freeze the eggs.
Oh man.
Oof.
What?
That's just mean.
We'd freeze the eggs.
Why are you freezing eggs? Just go and buy a stone. Get a stone. So weird.
So we did. We'd freeze the eggs and we'd smash them off people's houses and just throw it. I mean, yeah, it was diabolical back then. Anyways, different era.
We've all made, I was young, did some dumb things. I understand. It happens.
We've all done it. If you guys ever gone, if you lived in the snow in the Northeast, has anyone ever gone mushing? You ever gone mushing?
Maybe something else. What is?
So mushing is when there's a lot of snow on the ground and the cars are going pretty slow. You let the car pass you, and then you chase the car and you grab the bottom of the bumper, and you're skiing, right? And it's pulling you like jet skiing on snow, mushing. Grab the bottom of the bumper, the car would take you.
We didn't call it mushing, we called it fucking around. But same
fucking thing, right? Shit. That was great.
I've definitely seen something like that, but it involves more like a tow line and somebody on a snowboard. But
yeah,
what you're talking about sounds way more dangerous.
It's great, man. And those older cars back then, the exhaust was nasty. So if you got on the wrong side with a pipe, whoa, it was bad. Not good for you. Not good for you.
But they were easy. A big metal bumper to hold on to, so it was super easy to hold on to.
Right. None of this plastic shit. Those true bumpers, right? All right. It is definitely a Boston thing, Manny, for sure. Northeast thing, mushing. Look it up. There's probably YouTube videos of some knuckleheads doing it back in the day. But for us, the Collector Showcase, this is a wrap. Congratulations to Henry for advancing onto the quarterfinals, taking down Starworth and JP Text. We'll see you in the next round. John, Thank you for being a part of this show. In the future, if you choose to join us in seasons down the line, you're going to have to get bigger books.
I understand. More white page books. I understand.
More-
I have my marching orders. I'll submit them to you to see if I'll be invited back. No, I appreciate it. And congratulations. Henry, you need to send me a thank you note because I somehow miraculously took Patrick out for you. So I saved you from having to face Patrick. So that's good.
This is true. This is true.
That is a fair point.
So, Neil, thanks for hopping on. Appreciate you. Gentlemen, again, thank you for being a part of the Collector Showcase Season 2 chat. Thank you for joining us and participating and casting your votes. Till the next week, I bid you adieu. Enjoy the weekend. Peace.
Thank you, guys. Take care.